Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into one of the most exciting and historically significant coins ever produced in the United States, the United States $quarter coin dated 1776 to 1976. This stunning coin was minted to commemorate the bicentennial of American independence, 200 years of freedom, progress, and resilience. The design was a bold departure from the standard Washington quarter we all know, replacing the usual reverse with a special image that truly honors the American spirit. It wasn't just another coin, it was a patriotic symbol that circulated through millions of hands, telling the story of a nation's birthright. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of George Washington, but what sets it apart is the dual date, 1776 to 1976, celebrating the birth of the United States of America. On the reverse, you'll find a powerful image of a colonial drummer boy standing beside a torch encircled by 13 stars, each representing the original 13 colonies that laid the foundation of a great nation. Designed by Jack L. Ahr, this imagery is not only artistic but deeply symbolic of America's revolutionary beginnings. Now, you might be wondering, if millions of these coins were minted, how could any of them be worth more than 25 cents? The answer, my fellow collectors, lies in the rarity of specific errors, mint marks, and the condition of the coin. Some of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, others at Denver and San Francisco, but it's the coins with unique characteristics, errors, or in pristine condition that have become hot treasures in the collector's world. Let's talk about errors, those magical minting mistakes that turn ordinary coins into extraordinary collectibles. One of the most sought-after errors in the 1776 to 1976 quarter dollar is the double die, a stunning flaw where the coin's design is struck twice, creating a visible doubling effect on the text or images. Imagine seeing the words, "Liberty" or, "In God We Trust," appearing twice. It's like the coin is shouting its value to you, and collectors are all ears. Another incredibly rare and valuable error is the off-center strike, where the coin is misaligned during minting, leaving a partial blank space or a shifted design. These off-center 1776 to 1976 quarters are highly unusual, and their uniqueness drives serious demand. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more collectors are willing to pay, and believe me, the bids can go sky high. And then, we have the famous no-mint mark errors, especially from Philadelphia, and the proof coin struck at San Francisco, which were intended for collectors but sometimes found their way into circulation by accident. These proof coins, especially those in deep cameo finish with mirror-like surfaces, are pure eye candy for any coin enthusiast. If you find one of these untouched, shining beauties in your collection, you could be holding a jackpot. Condition, of course, is everything in the world of numismatics. A circulated coin might be interesting, but an uncirculated, mint state 1776 to 1976 quarter with sharp detail and no wear is what truly sends its value through the roof. Coins graded MS-65 and above by professional grading services can fetch jaw-dropping prices, and if you add a rare error to that condition, you're not just holding history, you're holding treasure, and we can't ignore the excitement from recent auctions. In the last few years, several pristine and error-laden 1776 to 1976 quarters have turned heads and opened wallets. One spectacular example with a double die obverse and graded in top mint condition sold for an astounding $98,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $98,000 for a single quarter dollar coin. Now, imagine the thrill of realizing that an old coin in your collection, the one sitting in your drawer or tucked away in a jar, could be one of these rare gems. That's why so many collectors are scrambling to check their change, inspect their childhood coin stashes, and hunt through estate sales and flea markets with a sharp eye and a hopeful heart. So, how can you identify one of these treasures? Start by examining both sides of the coin carefully with a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look for doubling in the lettering, strange shifts in the design, or missing mint marks. Check the edge of the coin. Proof coins will have a clean, defined edge with no signs of wear, and cameo proofs will shine like diamonds. And of course, if you think you found something special, send it off to a professional grading service to confirm its authenticity and grade. Collectors and investors alike are falling in love with these bicentennial quarters because they're more than money, they're a piece of America's soul, minted in metal. Their historical significance, combined with the thrill of the hunt and the chance of discovering a high-value error, makes this coin one of the most exciting to collect in the entire world of numismatics. So tell us, have you found a 1776 to 1976 quarter in your collection? Have you spotted one with a curious error or unbelievable condition? Drop a comment below and share your story. We'd love to hear from fellow collectors, whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for years. Your coin could be the next big story in the collecting world. If you enjoyed this video and you're ready to uncover more secrets hidden in everyday coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss a discovery. We're here every week, shining a light on the rare, the valuable, and the just plain awesome coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Second rare coin, we're about to dive deep into one of the most exciting coins from the 20th century, the United States quarter dollar from the year 1973. This seemingly ordinary coin might just be one of the hidden gems of American numismatics. While millions of these coins were minted, only a select few hold the kind of rarity and mysterious charm that can drive collectors wild. The 1973 quarter, with its historical significance, design consistency, and rare minting errors, has become a must-have in serious collections across the country and beyond. The obverse of the 1973 quarter features the familiar face of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, a staple of the U.S. quarter since 1932. It's clean, iconic, and deeply tied to American history. But as simple as it may look on the surface, this coin holds secrets that can elevate its value into the thousands. If you know what to look for, the reverse features the bold heraldic eagle, wings spread proudly, clutching a bundle of arrows with an olive branch beneath, a classic symbol of American strength and peace. It's a design that speaks to the nation's identity, but even within this familiar image, rare variations and errors can be found that drastically change the value of the coin. So what makes the 1973 quarter so special in the world of coin collecting? It all comes down to a combination of scarcity, condition, and most importantly, errors. Some of these coins were struck with slight misalignments, double dies, off-center strikes, or even struck on the wrong planchets. Each of these minting mistakes creates a one-of-a-kind coin that collectors can't resist. One of the most exciting errors seen on 1973 quarters is the double die obverse. This rare error results in visible doubling of the letters and numbers, especially in the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," and sometimes even in the date itself. These doubling effects may be subtle to the untrained eye, but to collectors, they're a golden ticket to a rare and highly sought-after find. There have also been confirmed cases of off-metal errors, where the quarter was mistakenly struck on a planchet meant for another denomination, like a penny or a foreign coin. These are incredibly rare, and when discovered, they send ripples through the coin collecting community because they're often one-of-a-kind mistakes from the U.S. Mint. Let's not forget the importance of mint marks. The 1973 quarter came from several different mints, most commonly Denver and Philadelphia, but collectors are on high alert for unusual variations in these mint marks. A misplaced D or a faint, barely visible mark can push a coin into the realm of extreme rarity. Even coins with no mint mark at all from years when one was expected can spike interest and prices in auctions. Condition is everything in the coin world. A 1973 quarter that's been through decades of pockets and purses might not catch the attention of serious collectors, but one that's been kept in brilliant uncirculated or even mint state condition is an entirely different story. Sharp edges, full luster, and clear detail can multiply the value exponentially, especially when paired with an error. Professional grading services play a huge role in confirming these values. A coin certified as MS65 or higher by companies like PCGS or NGC is instantly elevated in prestige and price. In fact, many of the most valuable 1973 quarters that have crossed the auction block were professionally graded and authenticated for their rare features. Speaking of auctions, let's talk about the heat this coin has been generating in recent years. Collectors have paid serious money for 1973 quarters with exceptional characteristics. One such coin, featuring a rare double die and preserved in near-perfect condition, was sold at a prestigious auction for an eye-popping $67,000. That's right, this isn't just speculation, it's real, proven value from collectors who know what these coins are truly worth. Can you imagine flipping through your coin jar or checking an old roll of quarters and finding one of these rare treasures? It's not impossible, and that's the thrill of this hobby. Rare coins are still out there, hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered by someone with a sharp eye and a little knowledge. So how do you start your own search for a 1973 quarter worth of fortune? Begin by examining your coins under good lighting and with a magnifier. Look closely at the lettering for signs of doubling. Check the strike, see if it's off-center or unusual in any way. Listen for a lighter sound when dropped, this could hint at an off-metal error. And most importantly, if you suspect you've got something rare, get it authenticated and graded. It's the best way to truly understand its value. Collectors love the 1973 quarter not only because of its hidden rarity but because of its place in American coin history. It's a beautiful, classic design paired with the thrill of potential treasure, and that's what makes it one of the most talked about coins in recent collecting circles. If you've ever come across a strange-looking quarter or have a 1973 coin in your collection, now's the time to take a second look. You might be holding a slice of American history that's worth way more than face value. Let us know in the comments if you found anything unusual or if you have questions about your coins. We'd love to hear your stories and maybe even feature them in a future video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1973 quarter, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for more exciting coin content. We're here every week uncovering the rare, the valuable, and the mysterious coins that could be hiding right in your change jar. Third expensive coin, we're diving deep into a coin that's turning heads in the numismatic world, the United States quarter dollar from 1982, minted in Denver and marked with the coveted D mint mark. At first glance, the 1982 D quarter might look like any other coin, but this little piece of metal holds more mystery, rarity, and value than you might imagine. While it was once a regular part of everyday transactions, time has transformed this humble quarter into a prized collectible, thanks to a unique set of circumstances, rare minting errors, and a surprisingly high demand from collectors around the globe. The year 1982 was a turning point in U.S. coin production. The United States Mint was dealing with significant changes, both economically and technologically. This was the year the Mint decided to stop producing uncirculated mint sets for collectors, which meant far fewer pristine coins were preserved from that year. As a result, finding a 1982 D quarter in exceptional condition is incredibly difficult, and that scarcity has made it all the more desirable. Adding to the excitement, the 1982 D quarter is infamous for a very specific and highly collectible error: the missing mint mark and weak strike issues that occurred during production. Some quarters were struck with a faint or completely missing D mint mark, making them standout rarities among their peers. These errors often went unnoticed in circulation, but collectors with sharp eyes know exactly how valuable these anomalies can be. Another valuable variety includes quarters that were struck on the wrong planchet, such as those meant for nickels or foreign coins. These off-metal errors are rare and fascinating, as they can cause the quarter to appear thinner, lighter, or oddly colored. These striking errors can multiply the value of the coin dramatically, and when combined with high-grade condition, the price tag can be astonishing. Now let's talk about what really makes this coin shine: grade and condition. Because mint sets were not produced in 1982, almost all quarters from this year were released directly into circulation. That means most of the coins you'll find today are worn down, scratched, or heavily used. So, if you happen to find a 1982 D quarter in mint state condition, especially one graded MS65 or higher, you've got something extremely rare in your hands. The surface quality, strike sharpness, and luster of the coin play a massive role in determining its value. Coins with clean fields, no contact marks, and full detail, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, are the ones that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. And if those coins also contain a rare error, you're looking at a coin that can fetch a fortune. Let's not forget the growing demand for error coins in recent years. Collectors love coins that tell a story, especially ones that slipped past the mint's quality control. That's exactly what makes the 1982 D quarter so thrilling to hunt for. Every error is unique, and each discovery brings the excitement of possibly uncovering a hidden gem worth thousands. In fact, several of these rare quarters have made headlines at auctions and private sales. One particularly rare 1982 D quarter, struck on the wrong planchet and preserved in near-perfect condition, recently sold for a life-changing sum. The excitement surrounding these coins continues to build as collectors compete to find the next rare piece, driving values higher and higher with each passing year. Imagine flipping through your pocket change or searching through an old coin jar and spotting a 1982 D quarter with a faint mint mark or a pristine, uncirculated shine. That one small moment could lead to an incredible discovery that changes your collection, and your bank account, forever. So how do you know if you found a valuable one? Start by looking for a strong, clear strike with no visible wear. Then, examine the mint mark closely. Is it weak, faint, or missing entirely? Look at the edges of the coin. Is the reading consistent, or does it seem thin or oddly smooth, possibly indicating a wrong planchet strike? Any of these clues could mean you've stumbled onto something special, and if you think you've found a potential winner, don't wait. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade not only confirms the coin's condition and authenticity but can significantly boost its market value and appeal to serious buyers and collectors. Collectors everywhere are on the lookout for these elusive 1982 D quarters, and demand is only growing. They are a perfect storm of rarity, error potential, historical significance, and grading scarcity, which makes them one of the most exciting coins to collect in today's market. So tell us, have you ever come across a 1982 D quarter that looked a little different? Have you noticed a faint or missing mint mark or a coin that just seemed too crisp to be ordinary? Share your stories in the comments below. We love hearing from collectors, and your coin could be more valuable than you think. And of course, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to discover the hidden treasures that might be sitting in your change jar right now. Especially, we're talking about the 1988 D United States quarter dollar, and trust me, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another Washington quarter, the kind you've probably seen and spent hundreds of times. But beneath that familiar design lies the potential for rarity, value, and numismatic excitement that's caught the attention of collectors across the country. And yes, there are versions of this coin out there that are worth thousands. If you know what to look for. Minted in Denver, the 1988 D quarter features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, originally designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse, you'll find the majestic eagle, wings spread, clutching arrows, and an olive branch, a proud symbol of American strength and peace. But in 1988, some very unique minting issues occurred that transformed a few of these coins from pocket change into high-value collectibles. One of the reasons the 1988 D quarter is gaining so much attention is because of minting errors that happened during production, errors that are now considered incredibly valuable and highly sought after. These include double die obverse errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and even coins that were accidentally struck on the wrong type of metal planchet altogether. These rare mistakes make the coin truly one of a kind. Let's start with one of the most thrilling errors, the double die obverse. This type of error occurs when the die that stamps the coin shifts slightly between strikes, causing letters and numbers to appear doubled. In some 1988 D quarters, collectors have found doubling on the word Liberty, the motto, "In God We Trust," and even the date itself. These subtle but striking details instantly increase the coin's rarity and value. Another exciting variety is the off-center strike, which happens when the coin isn't properly aligned in the press, resulting in part of the design being missing or pushed to one side. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 1988 D quarter with even a 10 to 15% off-center design can sell for much more than its face value, and more extreme versions are true collector trophies. And let's not forget the clipped planchet error, where a small piece of the coin's edge is missing due to a misfeed during the minting process. These errors are easy to spot but rare to find, and when combined with a high-grade condition, they can attract major attention from collectors at auction. The most thrilling finds, though, are the coins struck on the wrong planchet, such as a dime planchet or even foreign coin blanks. These errors can cause the quarter to appear lighter, smaller, or with unusual coloration. These are extremely rare and almost always demand top dollar when discovered in the wild or authenticated by professional grading services, and this brings us to a crucial point: grade and condition. Because most 1988 quarters were used heavily in everyday transactions, finding one in mint state condition is already a big win. But finding one with a mint error in pristine condition? That's when the value skyrockets. Coins graded MS65 and higher by reputable services like PCGS or NGC are especially prized, and when paired with a known error, they can become the highlight of any collection. In fact, the coin collecting market has seen a noticeable increase in demand for high-grade 1988 quarters with confirmed errors. Auction houses and online marketplaces are buzzing with activity around this coin, with collectors racing to find the next big discovery. One verified error coin from this very year, preserved in exceptional condition and featuring a striking mint mistake, stunned collectors when it sold for a whopping $40,000 at a private auction. It's not just about the money, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, and the satisfaction of owning a piece of history that few others have. The 1988 quarter may have been minted by the millions, but only a tiny fraction carry the rare characteristics that make them truly special, and those are the coins collectors dream of finding. So how can you start your search? Grab a magnifying glass and check the details. Look closely at the text for doubling, inspect the coin's alignment, examine the edge for any clips, and pay attention to weight or size differences that might suggest a wrong planchet. The best finds are often right in front of you. All it takes is a careful eye and a little curiosity. If you think you've got a special 1988 quarter in your collection, don't keep it hidden away, get it graded and authenticated. A professional assessment can turn a coin you thought was worth 25 cents into a prized collectible worth thousands. And remember, the collector market is hot right now, which means demand is strong and values are on the rise. Collectors love the 1988 quarter not only for its classic design but also for the incredible potential it holds when it comes to rarity, error variations, and value. This coin has become one of the most exciting modern quarters to collect, and it shows no signs of slowing down in popularity or price. So, have you ever come across a strange 1988 quarter in your change? Maybe one with odd markings, off-center design, or no mint mark at all. We'd love to hear your stories. Drop a comment below and share your discoveries with the community. Your coin might just be the next hidden treasure everyone's talking about, and if you enjoyed this video and want more amazing coin facts, error guides, and hidden gem discoveries, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We've got new videos coming every week to help you turn everyday coins into extraordinary finds. Next coin, we're diving into a truly iconic piece of American coinage that might be hiding right in your change jar, the 1967 United States quarter dollar. Don't let its ordinary look fool you, because this coin has a fascinating history, rare errors, and a collector demand that's growing by the day. The 1967 quarter was born in an era of massive change in the U.S. coinage system. Just 2 years earlier, in 1965, the United States stopped producing silver quarters and transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition due to rising silver prices. The result? A whole new era of coin production, one in which small variations and minting errors have become big-time treasures. What makes the 1967 quarter so exciting is that it was produced during a period of experimentation and adjustment at the U.S. Mint. Because of ongoing coin shortages in the mid-60s, the Mint temporarily eliminated mint marks from all coins between 1965 and 1967. That means you won't find a D or S on these quarters, but don't worry, this just adds to the intrigue and mystery of the 1967 edition. This coin might look like your average Washington quarter, with the timeless portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the bold eagle on the reverse, but in reality, some versions of this coin are worth far more than 25 cents. Thanks to rare and spectacular minting errors that slipped into circulation undetected, one of the most coveted and valuable errors found on the 1967 quarter is the double die obverse, where certain coins display noticeable doubling in the lettering or date. If you ever see a 1967 quarter where the word "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" looks slightly doubled or blurred, you might be holding something far rarer than you think. Another major variety is the off-metal error, where the quarter was mistakenly struck on a planchet meant for a different denomination, like a nickel or even a foreign coin. These errors are incredibly rare, but when discovered, they command massive interest from collectors and instantly raise the value of the coin to jaw-dropping levels. There are also known examples of clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a misfeed during production. Combine that with a high-grade finish and you've got a coin that stands out not just because of how it looks, but because of how unique it is within the world of US coins. What makes the 1967 quarter even more desirable is the challenge of finding one in mint state condition. Because these coins were produced for circulation during a time of national coin shortages, nearly all of them were used in daily commerce, making uncirculated examples incredibly rare today. If you happen to have one that shows full detail, original luster, and no signs of wear, you could be sitting on a hidden gem. Professional grading can make all the difference when it comes to determining the true value of your coin. Reputable services like PCGS and NGC can authenticate the condition and errors of a 1967 quarter, and their grading often plays a major role in how much collectors are willing to pay. Coins graded MS65 or higher with rare errors can sell for astronomical prices at auction, and that brings us to the incredible attention this coin is getting in recent years. With more collectors turning to modern coinage and searching for overlooked rarities, the 1967 quarter has become a hot topic in the numismatic community. Several examples with rare varieties and high grades have already surfaced in private collections and auction houses, and the bidding wars they've sparked are nothing short of thrilling. Imagine holding a coin that was struck over 55 years ago, once used for everyday purchases, but now recognized as a rare and valuable collectible worth a small fortune. The 1967 quarter is exactly that kind of coin, a bridge between America's past and the exciting present-day world of coin collecting. So how can you tell if your 1967 quarter is special? Start by examining the text for doubling, especially around the word "Liberty" and the motto. Check the coin's edges and planchet. If anything looks unusual in size, color, or weight, that's a clue. Also, look for clipped edges or off-center strikes, and if you find something truly unique, get it graded. You could be holding a one-of-a-kind piece of history. Collectors love the 1967 quarter because it represents a unique time in American coin history, and because so few high-quality examples have survived the test of time. Combine that with exciting mint errors and the thrill of the unknown, and you've got a coin that keeps collectors coming back for more. Have you checked your pocket change lately? You might already own a 1967 quarter and not even know what it's worth. Take a closer look and let us know in the comments if you find one with unusual features, odd markings, or just a near-perfect condition. We'd love to hear your stories and help guide you in your coin collecting journey. And if you love content like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover the next rare coin that could change your life. We're always here bringing you the latest in coin news, value updates, and the secrets to spotting treasure in the most unexpected places. Last unique coin, we're diving into a coin that might just be hiding in plain sight, the 1994 United States quarter dollar. You may have seen this coin pass through your hands dozens of times without realizing that one rare version could be worth thousands of dollars. Now, the 1994 quarter from the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a sharp P just to the right of Washington's ponytail, may look like any other modern quarter, but appearances can be deceiving. Behind that simple copper-nickel shine lies a world of potential for collectors who know what to look for and are willing to dig a little deeper into the story behind this incredible coin. By 1994, the U.S. Mint had perfected high-speed coin production, pumping out hundreds of millions of quarters each year. But even with this level of efficiency, mistakes still happened, and it's those rare mistakes that turn a 25-cent piece into a serious collector's item worth thousands. The 1994 quarter is a shining example of how modern coins can still surprise and amaze. Among the most sought-after varieties of the 1994 P quarter are those with dramatic minting errors that slipped past quality control and found their way into circulation. We're talking about rare anomalies like double die errors, off-center strikes, die breaks, and even wrong planchet errors that make a coin instantly more valuable to collectors who appreciate these unintentional one-of-a-kind creations. One of the most exciting errors discovered in some 1994 P quarters is the double die reverse, where elements of the eagle's feathers or the lettering appear slightly doubled. These doubling effects may seem subtle to the untrained eye, but for seasoned collectors, they are rare and beautiful signs of value, and the stronger the doubling, the higher the potential price. Another fascinating and valuable error type in the 1994 P quarter series is the off-center strike. These coins were not properly aligned during minting, causing the design to appear shifted, with part of the detail missing or partially cut off. Off-center coins are visually dramatic and extremely collectible, especially when the date is still clearly visible, making authentication easier and adding to their worth. Let's not forget about strikes on the wrong planchet, an incredibly rare error that has been spotted in various US coins, including quarters from the 1990s. If a 1994 P quarter was accidentally struck on a dime planchet or a foreign coin blank, the result would be a smaller, lighter, or strangely colored coin that stands out instantly. These errors are extremely rare and draw intense interest when they show up in auctions or private collections. The key to unlocking the full potential of any 1994 P quarter is condition. Coins that have never been circulated, known as mint state or uncirculated coins, are where the true value lies. Look for coins that have strong luster, no signs of wear, sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, and no contact marks. These are the ones that grading services will rate highly, and collectors will pay top dollar to own. Speaking of grading, professional authentication and grading can turn your lucky find into a certified treasure. Companies like PCGS and NGC assess a coin's condition, verify its authenticity, and issue a grade, and that grade can make a huge difference in value. A 1994 P quarter with a known error and a high grade like MS66 or MS67 becomes instantly more appealing to serious buyers and investors in the coin market. Recently, the numismatic world has seen a surge of interest in 1990s quarters, especially those with confirmed errors and in pristine condition. At auctions and private sales, rare 1994 P quarters have shocked sellers and buyers alike by fetching thousands of dollars, especially when certified with bold, visible minting errors or flawless surfaces. It's no surprise that this coin is now considered a hidden gem among modern American currency. What's even more exciting is that many of these coins are still out there, tucked away in collections, forgotten in drawers, or quietly circulating among everyday change. That means anyone, including you watching this right now, could stumble upon a valuable 1994 P quarter without even realizing it. All it takes is a little attention to detail, a curious eye, and the thrill of the hunt. So, how can you tell if your 1994 P quarter is worth more than face value? Start by checking for any unusual features, doubled lettering, design shifts, or missing details. Weigh the coin if you suspect a planchet error, and examine the rim and edges closely. Any deviation from the norm could be a sign that you've got a valuable error coin on your hands. If you found a promising coin, get it checked out and graded professionally. With confirmation and a solid grade, your 1994 P quarter could go from common to collectible, and even end up at auction in front of eager bidders looking to add a rare modern coin to their collection. The excitement around the 1994 P quarter is building, and collectors are paying attention. With fewer high-grade examples available and more collectors entering the hobby, demand continues to rise, making now the perfect time to search your change and take a closer look at those coins you've been overlooking. And if you found a 1994 P quarter with a strange feature or something that looks like an error, don't hesitate to share it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories, help identify any rare varieties, and celebrate with you if you found a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching and being part of this amazing journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest discoveries, collector tips, and price updates. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, one rare, high-grade 1994 p quarter with a verified mint error recently stunned the collecting community when it sold for an incredible $30,000. So keep checking your change, stay curious, and as always, happy collecting.